Stack up $1,000,000, then enjoy 60,000 to 90,000 a year of tax-free income ever after. In this episode, I'm going to address the question how to retire with $1,000,000 and live tax-free ever after. Get ready. You're going to be surprised with the instrument that I prefer that will help you accomplish that the best. So I'm Doug Andrew, and I've authored now 12 books. My 12th one is just coming out. And if you stay with me to the end of this episode, I would love to gift you a copy of my recent best-selling book, The Laser Fund. It's 300 pages of information to empower you, and it will teach you how to diversify and create the foundation for a tax-free retirement. And so my goal in this episode is to help you understand how you can retire with at least $1,000,000 or more. I mean, 2 million would be better, right? But enjoy tax-free income and live happily ever after. Sound too good to be true? Nope. It's very realistic. I've helped thousands of people do this. And first of all, you have to overcome some of the myths, what I call myth conceptions, that so many people get sort of duped into following the herd, putting money into traditional savings accounts like IRAs and 401ks and the like. So I want to show you what the smart, savvy people do with their money, what millionaires and multimillionaires do in order to increase the liquidity, safety, and rate of return of their hard-earned money, to be able to continue to compound, grow, and protect their wealth. But if you don't have $1,000,000, first of all, and let me share with you how you can accumulate your first million, and then how that million can double to 2 million, and then to 4 million, and then to 8 million, because I've helped many, many people do this. You ready? So what do I know? Well, I've helped many, many people for about 35 years. I help my own clients with this. But then when I wrote my first book and self-published it, it became a bestseller, and then it got the attention of Time Warner Business Books, and they commissioned me to write several books. I was so blessed and honored that my fourth book became a New York Times and Wall Street Journal #1 bestseller in 2007. It was called Last Chance Millionaire, written to an audience of about 80 million baby boomers who maybe would outlive their money if they didn't read this book and learn what I'm going to share with you right now. Now, I feel so honored and blessed. I'm on my 12th book. But the secret is back in 2005, I let all of my professional licenses automatically expire on December 30th of that year. Why? Because I'm fine with the instrument I'm going to show you here, but I wanted to become a consumer advocate to help you. And in order to do that, I needed to share and explain things without the straitjacket, the shackles, so to speak, that the financial services industry requires. And so what I do, because I don't have any hidden agenda here, I don't have any licenses, I don't earn compensation from selling products. And so that's why I empower people to learn, and I write books, and then you can govern yourself. So that's why I do not follow the herd, and I don't have to give all kinds of disclaimers. I'm simply an author. An author is what? An authority on a subject. I know what I'm talking about because I've helped thousands of people not only accumulate wealth, but preserve it, transfer it down to future generations into perpetuity. So as we continue here, how do we make $1,000,000? Well, you could start socking away $500 a month. And if you earn a rate of return that I've averaged for the last 45 years, 8.2%, 9.6%, you'll have $1,000,000 in 30 years. Oh, you don't want to wait 30 years? Well, sock away $1,000 a month, twice as much, or earn a little bit higher rate of return than you're probably earning in an IRA or 401k. Most Americans only earn 3.5%. So you earn a higher rate of return, but don't get too greedy or else you will put your money at risk. These are not pie-in-the-sky rates of return. I'm talking about 6, 8, 10% rates of return average. Some years you'll make more, some years less. The key is to accumulate your money tax-free. be able to have inflation work for you instead of against you and protect yourself from market volatility, because a dollar doubling every period for 20 periods will grow to 1,048,000 if it's tax-free. But if you have that money in a bank or credit union, a dollar doubling to $2, in a 25% bracket, you only have $1.75 after paying tax on that increase. $1.75 the next year doubles to $3.50, you pay tax on that. Guess how much you will have at the end of the same 20-year period? Only $72,000, not 1,048,000. See, that's the way most Americans save, is in taxed as earned investments. The worst way, and it's the most common way. So what about a 33% bracket? You'll only have 27,000 instead of 1 million, 2.7%. People say, well, what about tax deferred? I have a tax deferred IRA 401k. Look, I have 1 million. That's not all your money. A third of it belongs to the government. You only have 670,000. If you have 1 million, and if it was earning 10%, you pull out 100,000, you're only netting 67,000 after tax. I would rather have 1 million that generates 100,000 a year tax-free. So here is what you do. You start socking away whatever you can afford. I would recommend you save 10, 15, 20, even 30%. The more you save, the quicker you'll be able to have a nest egg to retire on. But all it takes is $500 a month, $1,000 a month, or if you want to get serious, sock away $20,000, $30,000 a year, and you will have 1 million, 2 million. Many people end up with as much as 4 million and even $8 million, because every 7 to 10 years, whatever you have will double again every 7 to 10 years. So why is this so critical? Now, I'm going to show you how every million that you end up with can generate 60,000, 80,000, 100,000 a year of tax-free income for as long as you live without depleting the principal. But before I do that, be sure and share, click like, comment, and subscribe, because you know what? When you push that subscribe button, if you push the little bell, you'll get notified every time I post an in-depth answer to a financial question like this one. I don't want you to miss out on the Three-Dimensional Wealth channel. This is about you and your brighter future. It's not about me. I am so passionate about providing you with information and insights into opportunities that maybe you didn't know existed before. So when you are searching and you came across this video, golly, how to retire with $1 million and live tax-free. It's simpler than you maybe thought. Well, if you use my favorite vehicle, which I call the Laser Fund, Laser, L-A-S-E-R, is an acronym that I've used for years that stands for Liquid Asset Safely Earning Returns. I'll share with you what it is, but it's more important what it does. It's a max-funded, indexed, universal life insurance contract that is structured for living benefits, where you take the least amount of insurance the IRS will let you get away with, and you put in the most money the IRS allows as fast as they allow, and it turns into a tax-free cash cow. This is where I have averaged between 8 to 10% tax-free. I'm talking about net cash on cash. Now, if you're going, I've never heard or seen of an insurance policy like that before. Sometimes I have advisors that go, I've never seen one do that before. I don't think they exist. Sometimes I'm tempted to say, oh, really? You've never seen one? You don't think they exist? I mean, how do you know that exists? That's not good logic. I can show you thousands of people who have maximum funded their insurance contracts the way that I teach in my book. And I want to gift you a copy of this book here in just a moment, free. When they do that, they are able to double their money about every 7 to 10 years. $500,000 doubles to $1 million in 7.5 years. That million doubles to $2 million in another 7.5 years. You can have a goal of $1 million, but as soon as you accumulate $1 million, why not double it to $2 million in another 7.5 years? See, that's compound interest. Every time it doubles, you accomplish as much as what it accomplished in all the doubling periods before that. That's why Albert Einstein said, the eighth wonder of the world is compound interest. But it was Rothschilds who said, no, the eighth wonder of the world is compound interest, tax-free. Are you beginning to get it? So if you use a max-funded index universal life to do this, you can learn how to structure it correctly so that your cash on cash internal rate of return can be 6%, 8%, 10%, so that every million that you accumulate by the time you want to start turning on the income can generate 60 to 100,000 a year of tax-free cash flow without depleting principal. And once you understand that, you'll go, oh my heck, it's simpler than I thought. You just have to be disciplined and educated. So let me show you how you can learn. If you're like me and my family, we have LLCs. You maybe think I'm talking about limited liability companies. Yeah, we've got those. But an LLC in our family means lifetime learning commitment. I want you to commit to learn, and I'm going to gift you a book so that you can be empowered with how to do what I'm talking about. When you study this book that I want to gift you here, you're going to understand how this can be the dream solution for all kinds of financial goals, sort of like a financial Swiss Army knife. You can use this to accumulate, access, and transfer your money tax-free, not only for retirement, but for college funding for your kids and grandkids, working capital for business, emergency funds, maximizing your pension as a school teacher or police officer or fireman. We're talking about real estate management, all kinds of applications. But why? Because as you sock away money in this vehicle, you can end up with $1,250,000, let's say, that could generate easily $100,000 a year of tax-free cash flow. Why did I come up with $1,250,000? Because the financial services industry has what is called a 4% rule. If you had your money in traditional IRAs or 401ks in the market, they would only let you or recommend that you take out 4%. Let's say you tightened your belt and you thought you could maybe get by with $3,000 a month or $36,000 a year. In a 28% tax bracket, which most Americans are in between federal and state tax, if you earn, about $80,000 a year as a couple, you will have to pull out $50,000 out of an IRA or 401k, pay tax of 28% to net $36,000. So what's 50,000 4% of? $1,250,000 nest egg. Now, if you're anything like me, to accumulate $1,250,000 to have a measly $3,000 a month of retirement income is pathetic. I want you, if you have $1,250,000, to enjoy $100,000 a year of tax-free income that will last for as long as you live. That's substantially more. Want to learn more? This is my most recent best-selling book. It's 300 pages, 2 books in one. See this? This is the left brain side with charts and graphs and explanations. This is the right brain side that has 62 actual client stories of how this is like a financial Swiss Army knife. Now, I want to gift one to you. If you'll study it, I'll pay for the book. You simply go to laserfund, laserfund.com, or better yet, click on the link below, and you contribute a nominal amount towards the shipping and handling. I'll cover the rest of that cost. And I'll fire out a copy to you absolutely free. And there's also options there if you want to listen and learn or watch and learn, or you want expedited shipping. The point is, this is about you, about your brighter future. And when you begin to read this, you'll understand why I'm so passionate about education and helping you learn true principles, and then you can govern yourself.